When the heroes of the DC universe face ultimate death, things can only wind up getting DCeased. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Graphic Content. I'm your host, Ted Kendrick, and today we're talking about DC Comics' newest limited series, DCeased. This book is written by Tom Taylor, who's recently renowned for his work on the Injustice video game comic tie-ins. The art is by Trevor Hairsine, Stefano Guadiano, and James Herron. So many artists. So this series is almost certainly out of continuity. It starts with some pretty irreconcilable events that happen to the DC universe that I don't think they can really come back from. Darkseid has attacked the DC universe for what looks like the final time. It could have picked up at the end of Final Crisis, the Darkseid War, who knows? Just Darkseid attacked Earth, the Justice League fought him back. And at this leak, we actually see some newer members on the team, such as Green Arrow and Nightwing and Black Lightning. They're here with the newer Scott Snyder version with Hawkgirl. Darkseid's like, you know what? I have what I came for, and he ends up boom-tombing it back to Apocalypse. And it turns out he's kidnapped Cyborg. And from recent iterations, we know that Cyborg has a mother box embedded within him. Sometimes it's a father box, but either way, he has New Gods tech. DCeased brings Vic Stone back to his lab in Apocalypse, and Darkseid appears and says, you know what? I have half of the anti-life equation, the other half is within you. And so they start dissecting Cyborg. Cyborg's being really witty, and DCeased pulls out his tongue. So Cyborg gets his tongue ripped out, the rest of the anti-life equation gets pulled out of him too, and Darkseid summons the Black Racer, and in this summoning is able to rewrite the anti-life equation to be what Darkseid wants it to be. He doesn't quite get it right. Ends up being sort of a mind-eating virus that is very much similar to zombies. So it blows up Darkseid's head, and in this moment, Darkseid leaps into the fire pits of Apocalypse, and there's a beautiful sequence where DCeased watching it all unfold, and he says Darkseid was. That happens, Cyborg gets sent back to Earth. He is able to escape at the last minute, but without his tongue. Somebody pulls out their cell phone, starts filming Cyborg, and that is what transfers the anti-life equation virus from Cyborg to the people of Earth. It's transmitted digitally, so as soon as this viral video goes online, they end up being affected by the virus, and the infected is able to spread it anywhere else digitally. And before long, while Superman is talking to Big Barda and Mr. Miracle about launching an attack on Apocalypse to try to get Cyborg back, Superman learns of the virus and he speeds home immediately to try to stop his loved ones, Lois Lane and Jonathan Kent, who's hanging out with Damian Wayne at his apartment. They're playing video games together. So he like bursts through the wall and fries their cell phones, fries the TV just as they were about to be exposed to it, manages to save them. And then we jump back to Wayne Manor and we see Bruce Wayne learning about everything happening. And so as Batman, he shuts down his access to the internet, but it's too late. Wayne Manor's been affected even though he goes on his local line. Alfred is upstairs. Bruce runs up to check on him, and Alfred's cornered in the kitchen with Nightwing and Robin, who have already been infected by this virus. So it ends with Batman trying to protect his butler, his old friend, just as Nightwing is biting the crap out of his neck. So it's a very bloody issue, as most zombie apocalypse sort of things are. If you're a big fan of The Walking Dead, you'll probably like the series too. It's not Blackest Night in level of emotional connection with the characters and whatnot, but it's the DC universe and a zombie apocalypse. What more can you ask for? Definitely recommend checking this one out if you're just a fan of like big DC Comics events or the zombie genre in general, you know? Big fan of Tom Taylor's work. From what I've read, he did the Earth 2 series after James Robinson set it down. Tom Taylor came in to finish that. So the writing's really strong, the art's really beautiful for being a zombie book. I expect this book to get a lot more interesting. I mean, the first issue's setup was great, but being out of continuity, it can be a little difficult to take things seriously because we know they're not lasting for these characters. This is just an alternate sort of future scenario, at least I believe it is. So until we figure it out, maybe it won't matter, maybe it will, but at the end of the day, it's still just fun. See how they endure a zombie apocalypse. So if that's your thing, check it out. It's been another episode of Graphic Content. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll be back in 2 weeks. Thanks.